Hello everyone, it's Honey Lou. So I am going to do a cool tag, a video response to hashtag Tarot My Chart by NiamhWitch. Originally I saw this video on Tarot Magpies and I thought it'd be kind of fun. So basically I picked decks for each placement in my birth chart. And here's my birth chart. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of blurry. So someone please help me. My true node is in Sagittarius. I have 3 placements in Sagittarius. Does that make me a Sagittarius stellium? If you know, please let me know. So I'm unsure about that. But yeah, anyways. So my sun is in Sag. And originally when I thought to pick a deck, I obviously was like, well, I pick a deck that I resonate the most with, the deck that I love, because obviously it resonates and it feels like me, because, yeah. And so I thought of Thoth. So here are the backs. And so this deck resonates with me really well. Basically, I love Aleister Crowley, how he laid it all out for us. Sagittarius are very optimistic. They like to know the truth. They're very open-minded. They're very non-judgmental about the truth too. They just want to know. They're very open-minded to a lot of things. And yeah, I definitely feel a lot of fire energy in this deck and earth. And so I figured out what Lady Frida Harris's birthday was, and I believe she's a Leo, and Aleister Crowley is a Capricorn. My birthday is December 16th, so I'm kind of like the fire and earth, on the cusp of going into Capricorn. So I think this deck is perfect with even just knowing that it's a fire and earth. But also I think this deck is done very well with even the water and the air. But I just think the first sun placement should just automatically be, the deck that you vibe the best with. And that's how I just went about it. So yeah, this is my baby. I am a collector of Thoth. I love Thoth. It's gorgeous too. It's in your face, very bold. I think fire signs are pretty bold. And yeah, stunning. Okay, so my moon's in Virgo. And immediately I thought of the Kazandler Tarot. And what is funny is I thought this deck was a very Virgo deck. And then I found out Emo Kazandler is a Virgo. So I thought that was pretty cool. But the reason why I say that is because Virgos are very kind of perfectionists. And they like to get things done correctly and perfectly. And I think this deck is perfection. The colors are perfect. He has the symbols there, the tree of life, also more symbols, the colors. There's just so much thought that went into each of these cards, and so much to work with. And there's even just language, it's just everything, borders, you name it, perfection. So yeah, I feel like this deck is done to the T. I feel like it's a very earthy for sure. Very clever too. My dad's Virgo. He's a perfectionist. He does a really good job. Works with his hands. He's definitely mastered his work, and he works with his hands, and when he does things, it's done right, and there's no exceptions. And Virgos are providers as well. They're businessmen. business people, even women. But yeah, Virgo. This is my second time recording this tag. The first one, my microphone kept bumping on my chest, and so it kept making that obnoxious noise, and so I had to start all over. There it is, King of Coins. Okay, Mercury. Oh yeah, the moon. Moon in Virgo is about emotions. Okay, so Mercury is about communication and intellect. And my Mercury is in Sagittarius. I picked Tabula Mundine by M.M. Moline. And another funny fact is M.M. Moline is a Sagittarius. But it's kind of funny because like loves Thoth too, and so there's kind of a link there. She decided to do a Thoth-inspired deck, and but yeah, this deck definitely feels very fiery, very bold. There's so much going on. There was so much thought that put into this deck, and yeah, this is a deck to definitely want to study. And sometimes this deck is like way over people. Like a lot of people, get this deck is like way over their head. It's kind of too much sometimes. Very bold, but it's just, yeah, I don't know. I love that card. It's so beautiful. These backs. Color palette's amazing. Cardstock's amazing. Okay, Venus and Aquarius. My Venus is in Aquarius. This is how I love beauty, love, harmony. Immediately I picked the Wild Unknown Tarot. This is my Aquarius deck for sure. My mother's Aquarius, my sister's Aquarius, so I'm around Aquariuses a lot. And fun fact, Kim Kranz is Aquarius too. So I guess that totally, with this deck too, I felt like it was a very airy, very communicative deck. Even with the guidebook, it's very like kind of insensitive, straight to the point. They see only black and white, and this is the way you do it, and no other way. It's just, that's how it is. It's a very bold, very creative deck, and a good shadow work deck too, because she could be insensitive sometimes. So my Venus in Aquarius, that's also the Five of Swords card. And yep, this is my air deck. My mom's very creative too, so is my sister, and they're very artistic people. My mom sews, she makes quilts, and yeah. And I just like how it's just like black and white, because they do see black and white, and this is what you're looking at. Okay. Mars. My Mars is in Cancer, and this is about energy, passion, and the physical. So fiery, watery kind of deal. I picked Playful Heart Tarot because it's watercolor and it's very expressive, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of passion, but it's just, I thought would be the perfect deck for Mars and Cancer. It's stunning. I have a lot of Cancer girlfriends. They are very moody, they are very emotional, but they're really good at hiding it. Sometimes they seem pretty tough too. But Julian, my son, he's a Cancer, and he's very sweet like this. Also, he has like a little face shape like that too. He's just cute. He's just a cute kid. But very loving. And he has all emotions. He expresses all emotions, and this deck is very expressive. So this is a perfect deck for Mars and Cancer. So cute. I definitely want to get a backup copy. I'm so glad there's pre-orders going on for this deck. It's amazing. I love it so much. Okay. Jupiter. Luck, expansion, and plenty. So it's about expanding and my Jupiter is in Libra. So Jupiter is about gain too. Libras are very like harmonious people. They like to be around like friends, and they're very romantic, and they are very stylish people, I feel. So the deck that I picked was the Spolia Tarot. I think this deck is very, very airy and also very earthy, but very chatty. And I think it looks good. Like it's very fashionable, very bold, but not in your face. Also with the guidebook too, it's very a chatty deck, like Kim Kranz. So this is my pick for Jupiter in Libra. And Jupiter in Libra is also the Four of Swords. So that's, yeah. I need to study this deck. Does anybody know if the book that Tara Romeo wrote, the creative writing book, does it talk about the Spolia Tarot? Because if it does, I would love to check out that book to see if it would help me connect more with this deck. It is really beautiful. I almost sold it. That was so stupid of me. But yeah, it's safe now. It's not going anywhere. Yeah. Okay, now Saturn. My Saturn is in Aquarius. And Saturn's about ambition. And so that card is eccentricity. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Excuse me. But anyways, this card talks about her being very unique. She stands out. but she's weird, but she's very, alluring and draws you in. And I feel like a deck for that would be the Apparition Tarot. I think this deck is also very airy and very weird, but it works and it reads really well. Very, Kim Krans too, black and white. You see the color, but it's very just straight to the point. And this deck is also like like a Gemini deck for me too. But I don't have any Gemini placements, so I can't do that. Also, another Gemini deck for me is the Noble Tarot. I need to work with this deck more. It's so cool. Okay. Backs are amazing. Everybody knows what this deck looks like. Okay. So let me pick the Jean Noble Tarot because I just love this deck so much and it's like really chatty for me. This is usually my Gemini deck, but it's an air sign, so I'm going to add it on there because I love this deck so much. Noble is definitely my favorite Marseille ever. And I feel like a lot of Marseille decks are very earthy too, but this one just speaks to me the most. And air signs are very communicative. They're really good at communicating. That's like one of their best, their strong suit is their communication skills. And yeah, something I admire. I love this deck so much. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so Neptune, spiritual connection. Or wait, no, Uranus, relationships with society. And my Uranus is in Capricorn. And the deck that I chose for Capricorn is my Visconti di Monroe Tarot. I struggled with this one, honestly, but I feel like the Visconti decks are very earthy. Very good, though. Capricorns are also they're providers, materialistic. Also, they are really good at what they do as well. They get things done. This deck is maybe this wasn't the best deck to pick because it's a little bit more sloppier. I feel like Capricorns are not sloppy or anything, but, this was one of the first decks that was ever found, and, I don't know. It just feels earthy to me. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't think this was a really good choice for it. But I love it. It feels earthy. So that's my pick for the Uranus and Capricorn. And then, so I have the Pluto. No. Uranus. No, I have Neptune. Neptune is in Capricorn too. And this one was easy for me because it's about spiritual connection, universal truths, and morality. And this was the Syrian Starseed Tarot. This deck is definitely earthy for me. And it's very grounded and mundane, but it's also very spiritual, but it's not out of this world weird or anything. It's very grounded, very, earthy. That's all I could say. So this deck definitely feels like a Capricorn deck done really well. It's very sharp. Images are amazing. Yeah, I love this deck. It's like bringing, the spiritual realm into the mundane and making it all okay and, making it cool. I don't know. This deck is done very well, though. And I don't think it feels very watery. It feels very earthy, even though it's about starseed and all that jazz, but it's very earthy. That's all I could say. So that is Uranus, or no, Neptune in Capricorn. And then the last one is Ascendant. So my rising sign is, this is natural reaction to new people and situations. Mine is in Scorpio, and I picked the Carol Herzer deck. I think this deck is very Scorpio. It's also very airy just because of the Rider-Waite-Smith, obviously. It's very people-y and, yeah, but I think this deck is very Scorpio. It's very, like, transformation. And this deck, it's like a, Rider-Waite-Smith, and it transformed into this beautiful Scorpio-ish looking deck, very cosmic. And I say that because, like, it's like, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's like seeing beautiful pain. That's how I see this deck. It's like, seeing pain, but it's also very beautiful. And I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just so beautiful, but it's also, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's so pretty. Oh, I wonder if you could see the glitter. I love this tower. Oh, I love the King of Wine, or Knight of Wands. He's so handsome with his big eyes and just all the color. And I wonder what Carol Herzer's birthday is. I wonder if she's a water sign. I'm going to have to ask her eventually. Because I like to find out after. But this deck feels Scorpio to me. And that's it. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. And that's it. Okay, hopefully this turned out okay. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.